hey, didn't see you there. My name's Edith Young, and I was just reading up on the role of power and uncharacteristic actions in Hamlet and other Shakespearean novels, as well as some other established literature.
I was just doing a little bit of light reading on the abuse of power by literary and contemporary figures. Let me show you what I've learned. Well, a bunch of MLB scouts came up to me and told me that I was going to get drafted for the next MLB draft. And I started on my high school team. I started treating the other kids on the team like I was a jerk to them. I treated them like crap and everything. And then they received word that I was not a team player, and now I find myself undrafted. So, not a good situation.
I was once cast as the lead in the second grade school play. And it was one rehearsal. It was not good rehearsal. People were being disrespectful, insolent, talking. And the teacher stood up at the head of the classroom and said, if people don't stop talking, there's going to be some real repercussions. And nobody stopped talking. So I, felt I had been vested with authority due to my status as key player. And I just kind of went loose and I said, I have been in a lot of productions. I screamed, I've been in a lot of productions. I have done theater. You need to listen. And I went over and I redirected the play. It was now you move here and you move here. And she said, class dismissed, everybody leave. Andrew, I need to talk to you right now. So, I sat down and she was like, who do you think you are? And I was like, what? And she was like, you don't ever redirect the play. You don't ever do it. You are nothing. And if I see that again, you're out. And I was like, this is the saddest day of my life. And the power was taken away. I no longer felt that entitlement when I had the role. In a way, I was intoxicated by the power, is what I would say. And as Edith Young claimed in her beautiful thesis of the intoxicating effects of thronery, it's not a word, the throne. This is a ramble, but this was a lot of fun.
How are the pros today?
I am Jay Gatsby. Some of you may know me as James Gats, but in my pursuit of Daisy, my true love, I developed an addiction to money, status, and power, and thus it led to my downfall.
My name is Yaren, and I'm the news director of the Philippian, and a few months after my appointment, I wrote several front-page articles promoting myself, and now the entire board despises me, and I've wrongfully used my power.
So last year, I was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, and with that ego boost kind of let go to my head, I started throwing these wild parties, had a lot of fun with them, but we decided to start letting off fireworks out of people's mouths and stuff, and it didn't really go over too well. And it's very uncharacteristic of me, but I kind of blew up a couple mailboxes, which was bad, and it was all because of power.
We were nominated for a three-legged race competition in the Olympics, and we cut off our competitors' feet so that we could win under the intoxicating effects of power.
And we were disqualified. What we learned from this was that our morality is much more important than power and its effects.
Oh, hi there. I'm Dr. Seuss. See, I wrote a book once about self-promotion, promoting myself, that is, and my publishers, they just didn't like that. They didn't like that I was using my fame in the literary world to take advantage of my readers. And ever since then, I've written stories with good moral endings, like this one here about our friend Gordon.
Hi, I'm Charlie Walters, and recently I was elected captain of the Andover crew team. Every year there's a swim test to see if kids can make it out there on the water, and as captain I was in charge of running this. With my newfound power, I didn't want anyone wussing out or being afraid of the swim test or just thinking that it was scary and not doing it. So when one of the kids who truly didn't know how to swim started struggling a few minutes in, I didn't let anyone help him. And when the swim test was over, he was still struggling, so I made him stay in the middle of the pool and let everyone else out. And his head started bobbing under. And at that point, people started arguing, saying I should have helped him, but with the power in my hands, I thought that it was my duty to make him learn to swim in that moment. And as he slowly sank towards the bottom, I started to realize that perhaps he actually couldn't swim. And later, after having to pay condolences to his family, and I'm facing a court time next week, I've started to realize that power can do things to you, and it certainly did to me. And had I not let the power take advantage of me, I think Jeremy would still be alive today.
Block beaters, make my trunk round.
Block beaters.